On a moon far, far away, there exists a grandiose, gargantuan empire known as the United Cities, or as they like to call themselves, the Empire. The third one is the title they're after, but that's some lore we ain't getting into today. Let me tell you, this empire is as twisted and corrupt as a pretzel made by a Republican contortionist. Their ruler, Emperor Tengu, is the epitome of narcissism, strutting around like a peacock all stuffed up with insulin. In this peculiar society, money is the measure of a person's worth. If you are poor and hungry, well, my friend, that is considered a crime worthy of getting thrown into the slammer faster than you can say subscribe. They even have guards whose sole obsession is purging the streets of a notorious drug called Hashish. Those samurai are so fixated on eradicating it, you'd think they're competing for a Samurai of the Year award. Yeah, more like doo-doo Head of the Year award. Got him! Slavery and serfdom, believe it or not, are pillars of this wicked empire. They claim it provides them with food and materials, but it's all just for the wealth and power of the UC's elite. Anti-slavery ideologies are treated as a form of terrorism. They even have a huge bounty out for the notorious anti-slavery warrior Ten Fist, an old legend from the Second Empire. But wait, there's more! The United Cities have a fancy schmancy traders guild that brings a boatloads of wealth and prosperity, but I'll give you one guess where all that wealth ends up. These folks have the latest gadgets, top-notch gear, and luxurious goodies from lands far, far away. Now, let's talk about racial stratification, shall we? On the moon of Kenshi, racial discrimination is the rule more than the exception, and while it isn't as rigorous as in other states, it is still noticeable here. The nobility, mostly made up of humans, especially those Scorchlanders and Sheks. Meanwhile, poor hivers are stuck doing all the grunt work, treated like second-class citizens. And don't even get me started on how non-humans are portrayed in their newspapers. Extra, extra, read all about it. Beep is gonna steal your woman and drink your blood from. Those poor souls are at risk of being attacked by vigilante mobs called city heroes. Who holds the strings in this twisted puppet show? None other than the Noble Circle, a group of entitled lords and ladies who are crueler than a cat playing with a mouse. These snobs hunt peasants for sport and make ridiculous demands of their guards. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them orders their samurai to train a pet leviathan just for kicks. They care about the lives of others as much as I care about the reality of breadsticks being a finite resource in the world whenever I enter an Olive Garden. I'm so sorry, sir, but we're all out of breadsticks in the back. I said more breadsticks, please! Speaking of them samurai, they're the Empire's fancy schmancy military and police force. They strut around town thinking they're the protectors of justice, but deep down, they are all the wolves put in charge of watching the sheep. The United Cities brands itself as the most free of the three successor nations to the Second Empire, and perhaps it is the strongest, but it is built on the backs of the oppressed. And the only cultural values it truly upholds are the pursuits of wealth and power.